So here's a little sample of Roadwarden. Let me just. No, wrong save. Okay. I'm looking for someone. Digger, Iuno. Okay. Iuno. The locals explain that the centuries-old caves need little work, and the humble fixes they put into the walls and sheds are taken care of wherever such a need arises. After a few minutes of chatting, one of the children leads you to an elderly woman responsible for looking after the condition of them buildings. The digger called Iuno, already wrinkled, gray-haired, and slightly stooped. She's sitting at the eastern gate, placing tiny building blocks on the table, raising a tall tower without making it collapse. Her hands are steady and precise, and her large eyes blink so rarely that you want to rub your own. She spares you a look and leans back, resting against the wall, then crosses her arms and critically observes her toys. Cheers, stranger. I have time. I'd like to learn more about the tunnel that leads to the mountain in the south. It's older than any human soul, it is, but not ancient. Those who dug through the mountain were still around when I was but a small lass. The village saved everything it got from trade for more than a generation to bring the bronze gate from Avlaman here. There's a pickaxe and all them tools and nails. It has a single long corridor that reaches from one end to the other, and a few chambers on both sides, where travelers used to spend the night, if they were desperate enough. Don't try it without a group of guards now. Monsters also love deep caves, and the days are getting colder. How come it's locked in the first place? It depends on who you ask. Let's just say that a great turmoil happened 10 years ago, right? The settlements grew further apart, traded less, and keeping a garrison of fighters and builders at the tunnel brought little value. We had to put greater trust in our own work, not in the caravans. Once again foraging, cutting trees, and farming. With time, more and more beasts scattered around the tunnel, getting used to seeing no pushback. She looks at an old plank that's been resting behind her stool. She compares its thickness with her toys, then reaches for a gouge and a handsaw. It was 3 years back when a few traders of ours went missing. Our searching group found the gate locked from the inside. They tried to check it, but left the place when they saw moving shells, dead and fleshless. We've decided to clean it. Someday in the future, maybe hire a group of strangers to take the risk upon themselves. She glances at you. But so far, none have reached our village. I was told you are the one who looks after the local construction works. That's pretty much it, right? She glances at the spread wooden blocks. Every few springs or summers, I gather a crew to build something new, or rather, replace an old hovel with something fresh. But most of the days, I just make sure that roofs don't fall on our heads, and that the cribbing in the caves ain't too moist. Then the Coopers help me, and we're a bunch of fishers. She gives your hacks a long look, then reaches for a much smaller hatchet and shaves one of her toys slightly, narrowing it. For centuries, there's been merely one digger at a time, and this custom serves us well, it does. A digger is an unusual name for your trade. And what would the usual name in the city? A builder? After your shrug, Iuno grasps one of her wooden blocks like a dagger. Our forebears used to dig in rocks. widening the caves, and it was a name with great honor behind it. When I look around, she does so as to prove her point. It reminds me of our long path. From hiding to thriving, and on the surface. She can't hide her smile. Did your crews build that keep on the hill? It must have taken you many years. She looks in its direction. The whitewashed walls make it look brighter than many clouds. We started when I was only a teen, still learning from the previous digger. Her voice is full of pride. There used to be a humble watchtower there, with tents around it. Now we can all stay locked inside thick walls, but also shoot arrows from the wall, roof, and windows. He asks her if the keep has ever been used by the locals in combat, and she suddenly grows disheartened. You would be surprised, you would. There are tales of dragons, pirates, and bandits, but all of those happened before the war. Those lands were different, though I can't exactly say how. I'm with the merchants. Do you have enough building materials for your needs? Better ask the coopers. They struggle with timber. The good thing about digging in hills is that we always have enough stone. Our rocks are crude, but we don't need to sculpt, just pile them on. She turns a few building blocks into a small wall. What can you tell me about Cassia? She's one of the guards. I don't bother with kids' problems. She looks forward and makes a telling nod. Speak with Thaddeus there. He trains with every fighter in our tribe, he does. Farewell. The 10-year-old mystery. The clues you've gathered suggest that this lazy peninsula went through many changes 10 years ago, accidentally around the time when the southern village has fallen. You could use what you've learned to ask the locals what exactly happened. Getting their trust may take a bit of work. It was a little sample of Roadwarden. Hope you liked it.